bring this army to Tripoli. We've got to avoid this port here, so we're basically landing directly for Tripoli. We're going to try and take it straight off the march here, straight off the bat as it were. But we don't, wait a minute sir. So the Dutch have made a move here for the rest of Spain. Every time we recruit a unit we must try and off balance it by trade. Religious unrest, we really do need to get an agent here, one of our missionaries into here to start turning this around, because as soon as an army leaves here, you know, the religious unrest here is crippling us, to be honest with you. Climate reform is 9 as well. We can now start to convert here the populace. Greetings and welcome to episode 21 of my Empire Total War Darth mod Knights of St. John campaign. And this, my friends, how we left it last time, where we are, my friends, finally bringing our campaign against the pirates here to a head here. We have taken, as you can see here, we've taken Trinidad and Tobago. We took it with relative ease. It was quite a simple operation to retake this island here from the pirates. As you can see, we've sort of manned it here with some militia just to keep the populace under control. As you can see, we've brought that firmly under control here quite quickly. Resistance occupation is going to go down quite quickly here. We've already, you know, well in the positives here for the lower classes, well into the positives here for the upper classes. They quite quickly find themselves shifting from one master to the next very, very quickly indeed. We've got 607 coming in here, as you can see here, and 150 here from the trade route. We've moved on here to Martinique, the Windward Islands, and this is a bit more of a stiff opposition here, stiffer resistance. As you can see here, we have mostly buccaneers, in fact all buccaneers, one militia. They've got no cannon at all. They do have quite an experienced general here, and look, 353 here coming from Martinique, not the finest, but then again, this has been cut off here. Again, another trade route here from Barbados. Growth, and of course both in terms of money and also population is of course in the minuses, because they are taking a hit in both this. But look at that, resistance occupation is 12. That is very, very high indeed. Look at that, 52 here. So quite clearly the lower classes are having an absolute riot here in this city, but we are going to quash that very, very quickly. Religious unrest is low, tax burden low as well, government type low, but that's going to give us a probably biggest opposition here is the resistance occupation here. That is 12. That's quite high. So we might be here in Martinique for a while, not only to replenish after the battle, but also to bring this under control quite quickly. We only have one army here, one fully operational army, one that can really sort of stand on its own 2 feet, as it were, here against pretty much anything that's thrown its way, and that is this army here. As you can see, absolute wonderful veteran army. It had already swept through Guyanas here, French and Dutch Guyana here, secured this for us, secured the very first island here against the pirates. Going to move on here, of course, Martinique, and then ultimately take Antigua here, which will be the last bastion here of the pirates. They have cannons here. If these were here, then that would give us a little bit of trouble, but again, we do have cuirassiers here, 3 regiments of cuirassiers, plenty of heavy guns here. We've sort of peppered it as well with 2 grenadiers and also the Cairo infantry here, the elite infantry here, the first foot guards for all Cairos. So again, as you can see, there's plenty of sugar plantations, high yield here, abundant yield here. Now sugar isn't really rampant in terms of its income here, 19, but again, if you've got these 2 here quite high, it will shift our exports of sugar very, very quickly here into the upper reaches here. 2185 here, going to the Mughal Empire here is not too bad here. Sweden as well is just absolutely soaking up the ivory here. It really is, taking 194 tusks here. That is a barrel load. Lots, 96 pounds of spices, 185 loads of sugar. Other goods as well, of course, other knickknacks, bric-a-brac as it were. But look at the trade value here we got of New Spain, from the long-term trading. 3,820 is the value of long-term trading, as you can see. So New Spain really is a very, very potent ally of ours, not only sort of trade-wise, but militarily as well. And that brings us on to our next sort of topic for discussion here. What do we do about Tripoli? Now, pose the question to the council of what do we do with Tripoli here, and there was sort of 2 distinct answers really to that question, and there was a third as well, but 2 distinct ones. First was that we should give Tripoli to the Ottoman Empire. Now again, all the suggestions are wonderful. The council has been exemplary again, fantastic advice as always, and remember, the council drives these campaigns. 99% of what you see here happening is driven by the council. So, you know, definitely all your advice is taken on board and acted upon whenever we can here. So the first, as I was saying, was to give the Tripoli to the Ottomans, and the second sort of camp was of the council was saying that we should give it to New Spain to sort of help increase their sort of footprint within the Mediterranean, but also have an ally. So they're both allies of ours, so we'd have an ally on our doorstep either way. The key thing is diplomatically, because we are looking to push into the subcontinent here as well. Sorry about that, my friends. So as I was saying, we're looking to move into here the subcontinent. As you can see, the civil war between the Marathans and the Mughal Empire is quickly and rapidly sort of deteriorating quite quickly for the Mughals here. So if we don't strike fast, we are going to be fighting basically into a fully realized Marathan state here, where they've conquered everything in their path. That's not going to do any good for us at all. So we're going to have to move into Mysore as quickly as possible, and Mysore is already seeing quite an extensive build-up of forces here. Actually, that's been hit here, this gold minefield here, by possibly the Mughal Empire here. So the Mughals have taken quite a beating here. They have quite a lot of technology as well, but again, we're not going to really look to do that. We've got 24,000. We're going to keep that in the bank, because we do move against Mysore here, and we do take Mysore. We're going to have to repair a number of buildings. Goa has been retaken. Satara has been hit quite extensively here by the Mughal Empire, so hopefully the Mughals will hopefully take something back, particularly Malwa here, Ujjain as it were. We have to do something here. If we don't do it quickly, we are going to be facing, as I said, a fully realised, a full Marathan state here, where they're able to repel us at great ease. So my friends, we're going to have to really be on the ball here with what we do. So what we're going to do here is move from Tripoli. Now, if we look at the diplomacy here for the Mughal Empire, for the Marathans, they are allies with the Ottoman Empire and with Poland. So if we give the Ottomans Tripoli, and they sort of take a very, they take the side of the Marathans, we could find ourselves with potentially a future enemy on our doorstep, and we've given them Tripoli. So for that reason, we're probably going to give Tripoli to New Spain, and let New Spain sort of deal with the upcoming rebellion, which is bound to come. That is absolutely going to come out of the woodwork, but that will be their problem then. Also, Britain here will have to release this port here. They'll probably hopefully they don't harass our lines here. That's what we've moved these naval forces here into this position. We're then immediately going to be pushing these armies, this army and this other army we've created specifically to get engaged and involved in this operation here in the subcontinent. We have to do something here, otherwise, as many of you said, it's going to be too late. The Marathons are going to be an absolute nightmare to take down, because at the moment their sort of military forces are engaged with the Mughals. Their gaze is drawn elsewhere. As you can see though, the Ottomans have begun pushing back against the Poles here, who pretty much took all of Yugoslavia. So they've pushed back, which is a good thing, but again, and they've also been pushed in quite extensively. Baghdad has fallen to the Russians, which is a grievous blow there in the Middle East for them. But again, first thing we're going to do is going to give Tripoli to New Spain. If we can get something out of it though in the meantime. What do they have here technology wise? They don't have anything at all, so we might actually help them here. I wonder if we can get some payment from them. See if we can get 3,000 from them for it. I know it's not very much, but ideally we want to give it away if possible. If we can get something for it, then all the benefit to us. No, that's not right. We're just going to give it to them, just so we can get this. We can get this army from here and actually get ourselves into the subcontinent here. Let's do this, my friends. We're going to give them Tripoli, and they can deal with the consequences of that. We're going to lose, of course, some money here, but we are not, we're not any worse off because of it. So we've done that now. We've given them. And of course that's going to really strengthen our ties with New Spain. They are a very powerful ally of ours. Plus 334 trade agreement as well. We've given them some government type, and also that sort of gift of giving them Tripoli. Now let them deal with that. This is no longer our problem now, unless of course a rebellion does come along and hit us. But again, we've got an army ready here, and as many of the council have also been saying, we need to sort of not just have this army sat here doing nothing, but for the moment we have to guard against potential British forays. But look at this. I mean, look at this. I mean, Spain is being absolutely hammered to pieces here by the Dutch. The Dutch are throwing everything they can at them here, and it is feasible that the Dutch will effectively control all of Italy, bar Venice here. That will put them in direct contact with the Poles, which, are they still at war with the Poles? I don't believe they are. No, in fact they're trading with them now. So you'll have two of probably the largest empires at the moment, apart from Russia, of course, in very close proximity together. Hopefully that will spark a little bit of tension, should we say, that helps us in the long run. But again, we've given Tripoli now to New Spain. They can now deal with this. And actually look at that, that's brought, oh my goodness, religious unrest is off the scale here. But they have brought it under control very quickly there. No income, of course, is exempt from tax. We're trying to get the religious unrest under control here, because it is 10 at the moment. We've got a missionary in here as well. And actually, yes, it is going down now. So Catholicism is starting to grow here. Tatooine is almost ready as well. So that's absolutely fantastic. Again, as many of the council officers say, we need to take Morocco here. So Morocco is definitely on our list here of targets. But at the moment, the first thing we need to do is get ourselves into. So I think what we'll do is prepare now for this foray. We have to be very, very careful of the British here, because remember, they now have that fleet. So we're going to set them into here. So this army is now sort of stationed, ready to go. We can probably move this one out into the subcontinent, into the Arabian Sea very soon here. Mysore has to be taken. Now thankfully they're blockading these ports here, which is going to cripple a number of their trade here, but we have to make a move very, very quickly. We're going to do it this episode indeed, my friends. As you can see, we're already gearing up towards that. We're going to try and keep this money. We've got 24,000 hour. Actually, that's not too bad. 3,510 is better than I thought we'd have. Hopefully some of these markets, especially spice, will eventually pick up. That's actually gone up by 1 gold at the moment. But if we get cotton, that would be absolutely fantastic. It really, really would. Right, let's end the turn here, my friends. Actually, that's our research doing. Almost ready here. The farms will then be ready for upgrading to great estates. So that would help with food shortages. What else can we do here? We could probably get government by consent. Increase the research rate. +1% clamour for reform. But again, not really essential. What's joint stock companies here? This would probably be better for us. Is probably joint stock companies. But again, we need to move down the military route. Diamond formation. It looks like we can get army boards here. And are we getting this? We are indeed, sir. Almost ready. And then it's going to give us household cavalry. The major upgrade here at the moment from army board is household cavalry. That is huge. Look at the defense bonus. Look at the charge bonus here. The melee attack is 19. Wonderful. But let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what the response will be. Excuse me while I just have a quick beverage of tea. Ah, Poland has now hit Sweden here. That's going to hit our cripple some of our income here. Go away, Poland. Russia. It would be nice. Oh my goodness me, they've just moved into more of the Ottoman territory here. Well done, Sweden, well done. Now why would you... There's no need, Sweden, to move all these forces down here. Ah, well done. Now please repair that trade. Oh, they could have taken Malwa there, but no. Come on, Mughal Empire. Gather thy forces. They've got more than enough forces here to hit the Marathans. For some reason they just seem to be gathering them in one spot here. That's more like it. Well done. Merge those forces together. Let's have one massive sort of battle group here. That's it, well done. Starting to get their act together a bit here, and it's much... Whoa. Courland on the side of Poland. Excellent, so selective breed. Whoa. That has gone down. From 24,000 to 12,000. Or is it 2,400? It could be. Oh, it's probably 2,400. Was it? I've lost track there. I think that was. Why has that gone down so much? That is strange. Ah, excellent. Oh, look at this. Sweden here. We can quickly check out here. Is there a node we've missed here? Look at that. Thank you, kind sir. $5960. Thank you very much, sir. So I think what we will do is we'll actually move one of these into here as well, just to increase that there. Excellent to see. And also another one from here as well. Let's spread the distribution of the wealth here. Still the same, but it gives us a chance to improve this here. These are quite full, these fleets. 5960 still. Yep, it was just from there, that's fine. So that's fantastic. So let's besiege this town here. Of course, we shall continue the siege. We shall bring them under siege. 2 turns. That'll be next turn. Will be a fight. We shall just move these gentlemen to here, so we have control of this port. So we got access to the island here. We don't have any mistakes here at all. How was that increased there? No, 950. That has been upgraded here to storage, to a sugar warehouse. That's actually gone up to 2,200 here. So does that mean the trade has actually moved? Yes, it's gone up to 25, now it's gone up to 30. So that's why. So it looks like spices are making a little bit of a comeback here in terms of cost. Look at that, 40 for cotton. That is extraordinary. Now we have to make this move here. All the ships are, troop transport is on its way. Now where can we move to here? Can we actually move? Yes, we can indeed, sir. We make our way to India. safely on its way, navigating through the very small Gibraltar Straits there, narrowed, and now we have those ships here, just in case we're ever blocked in. Looks like Sweden has got a good fleet here ready to defend, but now the Austrians have still got Lisbon here. If we could take, as a number of council members said, keep an eye on Austria, because if Austria collapses here, they've only got Galicia here left to them. But as you can see, oh my goodness me, they've lost Armenia as well, the Ottomans. They're going to be the Russians are going to crush the Ottomans at this point. They really are going to give them a real sound thrashing here, unless they can hold Damascus and Jerusalem here, maybe Ankara. But if the Russians continue like this, they're going to be a massive threat. Let's move into here. Let's see what else we've got here. Nothing here. Looks like it's stabilised, and looks like this here is at. Now they've taken the trading port here. There's, yeah, we're going to move ourselves. Wait a minute. So we need Polygar light infantry, light cavalry, dare I say. They've got some cannon, 12-pounders. Looks like standard foot cannon here. They've got a lot of. They've got pikemen, which can be an absolute menace. But we've got enough troops here, I think, to take this region from them. This hopefully might tip the balance of the war here in the Mughal's favour. They brought that under control very quickly here. That's good to see. They're still exempt from tax. Religious unrest is going to be an absolute nightmare for them. But again, that is not for us to deal with. That's coming down bit by bit. But it still isn't bringing down religious unrest. Or it is actually. But again, that's going to take a while for that to sort itself out. Great Estates, I think we'll do that. We got there 5960. And here as well, Great Estates. So I'll bring 250, and population growth will go in, reduces chance of food shortages as well, which is excellent. But our main operation is now underway, and also here as well in Martinique here as well. We've got to spend some money to build that back up again, but we did have 24,000. That dropped like an absolute stone there, but why? I have absolutely no idea. That is strange. I'm sure the council will come up with the reason why that dropped like that, because it went from 24,000 to 12. I have no idea why that was. 2,222 here. Look at the mining here. It's extraordinary. Dutch Guyana is an absolute, is a peach. It really is a peach of a region. Right. I think we're good to go here. Right, let's end the turn, my friends. Let's see what happens here. United Provinces. Poland. Really have got their bit between the teeth here. On the way, Poland. On your way, sir. Oh, hitting Britain couldn't be any better. Russia, who just seem to be absolutely on the warpath at the moment. Now wait a minute, did the Ottomans just retake a region there? I don't think they did. No, that's just my imagination. I think that have they repaired that, Sweden? I think they have. Yes, they have. It could have been because Sweden. Did we take a hit from Swedish? I'm not sure there, but oh, good grief. Oh no, they've taken. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. They've just taken. They're taking Hindustan here. This could be the collapse of the Mughal Empire. They've just taken a major city there. Come on, Mughal Empire, get a grip of yourself. This is going to be a tough fight, my friends. This is going to be a brutal fight for us. It really will. Come on. Oh, they got. Looks like they just gotten thrown back there. Looks like it's going to be another turn before we actually get there, so that's going to be quite the journey. Looks like the British are still either still here, they've left, but still not repaired this here at all. Tatooine should soon be. There it is. Should be a village very soon. We'll probably make that an economic building, or also a building we don't have at the moment, which would be nice. Potentially, we could possibly make it into a metal industry, so we can get craft workshop, and then we can move our way down into this sort of line of technology here. That would be fantastic. Now, what are we getting here? We're getting seed plant. We don't really need that, to be honest with you. Irrigation. I think we'll probably try and get joint stock companies here just to get that +8 here. Or actually, no. I think we get yes for definite, sir. This is going to open up platoon firing, which will then give us access to Army Staff College. I think we'll go down this route here. Let's open up all of this civil military research. We're going to need it. 13,000 here, 3,167. What's gone down? What's being hit here? I mean, Sweden is taking an absolute Mughal Empire. You've got to stay strong, Mughal Empire. Can we aid them at all? I think they've got everything we've got, to be honest with you. Yeah, they've got the whole kit caboodle here. What we did want to do, though, is help New Spain. We want to keep New Spain as strong as possible. 164. We'll actually give them that. Let's see if they'll give us some payments for it. Excellent. So we've helped them out here. We've also helped ourselves out. Our coffers are now full. We should see a battle here right now, my friends. Unless they surrender, they're not going to surrender, I don't think, without a fight. Let's see what they do. Let's end the turn. I'm surprised Britain hasn't attacked Poland just yet. That's fairly surprising. Right, the problems is Spain, Poland. Ottoman Empire. They can't do anything against Russia at all. They are getting absolutely stretched here. Sweden. Again, moving to defend what they have. Oh, they've left that city wide open there. If the Mughals could, oh no, that is not good. That is not good. We could be seeing the collapse here of the Mughal Empire. It's going to leave us bereft of allies here. That's it, well done. Fight back now, Mughal Empire. Fight back. As suspected here. Now they brought in a pirate mob here, but we're going to take this fight, my friends. How that is even, I have no idea. Probably because of the sheer numbers, because they've got 1,000 more men than us nearly here. But we take this fight, my friends. The Battle of Martinique begins. We're not going to yield here. We will be taking this island here, increasing our exports of sugar. Should be coming our way. But we have to try and stem the losses here. We've got to watch our income. It isn't the greatest at the moment. It was quite high at one point, but because of the military sort of infrastructure we've built and sort of focused on, it has hampered our growth. But that is what we need to do here. Now, as you can see, our deployment area isn't massive, nor neither is it deep. But they've got to come through the town here, and that, my friends, serves us well here. We're going to make them work for this. So first things first, let's just get ourselves in some kind of order here. Now we've got the general here. We've got the wall here dividing this. Oh, look at that! That road is actually walled in as well. That is highly unusual to see. And it basically just splits this entire sort of deployment zone here right in half. We're going to use this to our advantage. I think we'll use this sort of left flank here. We'll put our general here. Oh, gentlemen, that was completely wrong. We've got the Royal Cairo there. Gentlemen, thank you. Then we bring our guns to bear. Remember, we are going to sit back and wait for them to come to us. Guns. I think we'll just put the guns in 2 separate groups here. We don't have shrapnel shot just yet. We haven't got to that stage yet, but as you can see, look, that's hidden beautifully here. Beautifully. Now, we want to bait them in here. We've got the cavalry to really do a lot of damage to them. Remember, they are just mob here, so we're going to use our cuirassiers here to great effect. With diamond formation, which, as the council has reliably informed me, diamond formation is for smashing in infantry. If we were fighting against other cavalry and that we stay in square formation, the council has been a wonderful, wonderful source of knowledge. It really has been an absolute boon to have you, my friends, on the battlefield here. It really has been an absolute joy. I think we'll have grenadiers at the forefront. Let's use our finest troops here. Let's put these pirates down. Let's not give them a moment now. We're going to go for trenches here, but they haven't got any cavalry, so we haven't worried about that. I think we'll put the first foots here. The Royal Cairo Guards here. And we'll have the 3rd Regiment here. Let's really have a strong central line here, because you know, if they can hit the central line, let's at least have something to stand up to them. Perfect. And we have the 4th. We should have, yes, look at that 4th Regiment here. That is a battle-hardened regiment here. We'll have these on the right. We've also got the 3rd here. We'll have these on the left, the 3rd Regiment. Again, we could probably have reserves, but again, we want to actually vanquish these pirates as quickly as possible. We might even have these 3 regiments moving out against them as well. So we'll put the 5th Regiment here on the right. They do have a lot of troops, remember, so we have to make sure we're covered at all flanks. We'll put the 21st Colonial Infantry here. We'll actually send out these regiments here against the pirates. Let's move them closer here to the cavalry, which can go here. And then we're going to have these 2 regiments in reserve. We'll have 22nd Regiment here. And we'll have the 19th Regiment here. We'll fire at will so we don't get any casualties, that we can at least help. I think we're good to go here. We need to crush these pirates as quickly as possible. Let's end the deployment, my friends. There they are. Now we can already have these firing on them already. Actually, let's get these firing on them as well. Do they even reach yet? No, they don't. Right, let's get this moving here. Let's see if we can flank them. Oh, look at that, they're there as well. Cavalry moving up here. That is a lot. That is a lot of pirates. They stretch all the way around. Actually, what we are going to do is we're going to set these gentlemen in the trees here. Since we've got so many pirates on this flank as well, we are going to move this 22nd into position here. Look at that. We've got logs here blocking us, really. If you would please, gentlemen, I think for that matter we'll actually shift the 19th here as well. Just in case, because they do actually come quite far here. We're going to try and roll up this left flank here. Oh, their right. Oh, look at that, sir. Oh, the order is on its way. Look at this. The foray here. Also, there was a council. The council has also recommended we move back into the Holy Land as well. Retake where our roots came from, which was the actual Holy Land here. So we are going to probably do... Gentlemen, this is not a Sunday stroll. Move! The Sunday brunch. Here they come. They're almost within range here of our explosive shell. That'll give them something to think about. Look at these fiends here. The skull and crossbone shall be shattered once and for all. Just gotta pick our time here. The Buccaneers here. We're gonna try and roll up these flanks if possible. Look at that. Just sort of nonchalantly walking through as if there was nothing happening. Believe me, sir, you shall soon find it will be. Gonna leave the guns just firing as they want to here. I'm gonna try and move a wrap away around here. Move, gentlemen, move! Wonderful shot here, sir. As soon as they're in line with this, we are going to absolutely charge on them here. They've come under a huge blitz here, sir. It would appear they've already decided to make their move here, which is absolutely fine. Gracias. Oh, look at that. They think they've got away from us. Not a chance, sir. Come on, lads, put an end to them. Gentlemen. as we want them finished off here. Here they come. Stand fast, lads, stand fast. Fix bayonets, fix bayonets. Into them, lads, don't give those buccaneers an inch. Oh, look at that, they've broken all along the line here. Fix bayonets. Oh, look at this. Don't just stand there. Move, lads. Oh, what a joyous sight to see here. Gentlemen. Keep firing, lads. As I put them under the cosh. They've broken. We want them shattered, please, gentlemen. If you would, please. We send a message to all pirates and all villains everywhere. Let's get hand down, let's get dirty down here, sir. What if they've regained their courage here? We want. Thank you very much, sir. Don't give them an inch. Oh, what a shot. Ceasefire. Ceasefire. Let's get in there. Let's earn our corn here, sir. Buccaneers. Let's cut them off at the pass. Oh, look at that. Broken. We're going to shatter them utterly here. This has been an absolute joy to see, it really has. Shattered. Bring them down, lads. Look Look at that, we've taught the pirates a real lesson here. Lively lads. Reform here. Oh, look at that, we've done it. End the battle. Heroic victory, of course, sir. What a fight that was. We lost 302 men, but look at that. Yes, excellent. I think we shall... Yes, we've done it. It's been brought under our vestige here. Empire's been cut off. I don't believe it. Minus 300. Oh my goodness me. Minus 3073. That is not good. Oh, they've retaken. Oh, excellent. They've retaken this here, but they've lost. Damn, they've lost one of their major cities here. We're going to leave these here. We're not going to just deploy straight away. We have to wait here because we have to launch an attack immediately off the boats. My word, this is going to be tough. But minus 3,007. That is incredible. We're going to have to increase our taxes here for the rich to offset that. Oh, and also that's going to hit our growth. Oh dear. 2145. Our trade has gone down, that's why. That is going to be an absolute crippler there for us. That's why we've got to take Mysore. 5510 here. Even if we launch here this attack, we're not going to reach that. We're not going to reach the city in one go. We have to take this hit here. We've had to increase the tax here for the rich. Let's have a look here if that'll help us. Yeah, minus 160. We've had to really tax them to the hilt. That will affect our growth. As you can see, the growth has been absolutely just quashed here. It's gone to minus 40. Actually, let's not take such extreme measures here. We're just up to that there. We don't have to be so extreme. We want to keep our growth going here at least. Tatooine will soon be up here as well, but still, we are being crippled here. Looks like the Russians have just sort of stopped here at Baghdad and Armenia, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to move against them here. Oh, look at that. Naples has fallen to the Dutch. They effectively control all of Italy here apart from Venice now. That is huge. But can we get this repaired here? At least open up this trade here. And we've somehow got to repair this army as well. Hopefully we've got enough money here now to be able to at least take this hit. I wonder why their trade has been hit. The Mughal Empire trade here is being hit. Hopefully they can sort themselves out. But where is it being hit to? It must be here. Yes, it is. So then, yes, it's they've been hit here. Of course, this has been cut off. We've got to do something here against Mysore. Excuse me, my friends. We could even move against Goa here as well and open up this. But again, we've got to make sure we take Mysore right off the bat. We will get a huge amount of unrest here as well, so we've got to be prepared for that as well. Okay, let's end the turn, my friends. This is going to be a pivotal moment for us here. A pivotal moment. Let's end the turn. Let's see what happens. It's good to see that the Mughals haven't given up altogether. They got Ahmad Nagar back. Spain has been absolutely cut to pieces here by the Dutch. Let's not be under any illusions. Poland. Ottomans haven't been able to do anything yet. They've sort of stabilised. Unless Russia move against them again. Sweden. If it comes to it, we will have to open trade again with the Ottomans. if the Mughals can't fulfill their end of the bargain, we will trade with the Ottomans again. Oh, it's going to be a brutal fight. Come on now, Mughal Empire, get your act together here, sir. -1278 here. They're still cut off here. We still haven't repaired all this. Look at all this here. That's why their Bombay has been hit, and that's what's crippled them. And also this has been hit as well. That must mean, yeah, because of course Gujarat has been hit. So of course they can't move out here because all the trade is coming from Gujarat. Oh, excellent. Craft workshop will have to be put into production first to be able to push onwards here with our research. We've got these here that sort of offset that. What if we just raise that level here? Can we offset that? 815. They're not going to be happy here, but again, resistance rest is falling as we sort of try and get a grip of this here. It's going to take us a long time to get that under control here. And again here, but still we're doing our best we can here. We're trying to manage with what we've got. But this is the big one here. This is the big one right here. This is what we've been planning for a long time. Let's just set this up here because we're going to hit this port here. Let's make sure we've got the right army going in here first. Plenty of guns there as well. And plenty of guns here. I think we'll send... Actually, this has got a lot of cavalry, which we don't really need to be... Because we want to remember, we want to be assaulting this fort straight off the bat here. Let's do this. Yes. Only Poland... Damn, Poland have joined them. What the blazes are they doing here? Did they just move? Wow, what? I have no idea what was going on there. Oh, thankfully they're still within reach, which is excellent to see here. But as you can see, they're not in the best of strength here. Oh, look at that, that's well in our favour. We'll continue the siege. Wow. We have now entered the civil war here. We have now entered into... We can't go back. And now we've got Poland against us as well now. Now we're at war with Poland. That is not going to do us any good at all. As I said, my friends, repercussions here. There's going to be repercussions for this fight we've just taken here, and they're going to be quite extensive repercussions because now we've got one of the largest empires on the planet against us now. And also we've got... By damn, we're going to take a hit here, but if we can take Mysore, this would possibly cripple the Marathans here, and hopefully bring the Mughals back into the fight here. But if not, then we shall take this fight ourselves. We could probably even take Arcot here as well. Actually, we probably don't need to have these here. We'll just keep this army here. But we could probably move straight for Arcot actually as well. What's Arcot bringing in? 3373 here. That's barely under control though, Arcot. Barely under control. So if we take it, it's going to be... Actually, but there is no resistance for occupation here at all. That is unusual, but we probably could take this straight, or we are going to take this straight off the bat here. And this should rectify our income problem. Traders, the Mughal Empire have got to get their act together, but of course, with Gujarat hit, I'm just hoping that this army here can hold out against this army here and repel it. I don't think it can do, but still, we can only hope that it can, and maybe even take Hindustan. Maybe our sort of foray into this civil war here will tip the balance. If we can take Arcot, we'll have cut all of the south here away from the Marathons. That would be a huge hole in their income. But we have to be able to make sure we can do that. At least hold Mysore. If we take Mysore, we can hold it. If we can take Arcot, that'd be fantastic. But what will they send against us here? They don't have anything here we can't probably handle, but still we've got to be wary. We now have Poland against us as well, so things are going to change and alter rapidly here. At this still at war with the Poles, that's excellent. So at least we've got the Ottomans on our side still, but for how long with the Russians bearing down on them, who knows. Whew. What a fight! What a campaign this has been. You know, it is the councillors driving this campaign absolutely forward here, my friends. It really is, and it's an absolute joy to see. It really is. We've finally taken that plunge after all this time here of waiting to do this. We finally brought Mysore under control, and it's probably the richest region, I would say, by a good stretch of the imagination. This is the richest region. Yeah, it has got to be one of the richest regions here. It has to be. Yeah, I mean, look at that 83 coming in here. So I mean, as you can see, if just the Mughals can just hold on, it would just be significant. It really would. Goa is not too bad actually. That's got a tea exports as well. What's tea? Didn't tea 28? Not bad at all. That's going up here 25 spices because the Mughal Empire has been cut off. We might have to look to switch our trade to the Ottomans. I think we'll probably have to do that, to be honest with you. We might have to switch to the Ottoman Empire, but we would lose a huge amount of sort of... Oh no, actually that's been cut off there. We're going to have to do something about this. We can always switch back. I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to break the trade alliance with the Mughal to cancel this trade agreement here. And we're going to have to switch to the Ottomans. Oh my goodness me. No, that's just too much. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that was strange, but yeah, that... Oh, thank goodness for that. Thank goodness for that. We can now lower this back down. Lower this back down. 6276. We're getting more in now. Whew. Thank goodness for that. Now we've opened up here. Now hopefully we can even help the Ottomans now, because we've got our trade flowing in here. We can help now hopefully stabilise the Ottoman Empire with some more income for them. Which is absolutely because basically we're the only ones trading with them, I think. Oh no, they've got New Spain, provinces, Sweden, Louisiana, 13 colonies, so they've got a lot. But we've also going to, actually, we're probably the biggest. Yeah, we are the single biggest trader with them now. So that should hopefully boost their coffers. Maybe they can repel the Russians. But what a fight this has been, my friends. We've really thrown ourselves. Actually, they've still got Bengal here as well, which is good. But we've really thrown a cat amongst the pigeons here. We really have absolutely stepped into a morass here, a cauldron. And we don't know what's going to happen here. We've got Poland at war with us as well now. That's going to be really hard to deal with. But one thing at a time. The only thing that's in front of us now is Mysore. Once we've captured Mysore, we might look to quickly capitalise and take Arcot as well, using this army here. And to be honest, we'll just keep this army where it is. So we'll just keep this army where it is here, I think. And just so it's in and we might even take Arcot. We seal off. Look at all we get. We get all this plantations from here. We get this abundant gem minefield, which is bringing in 2,000 regional wealth. This could absolutely turn around the entire campaign for us here, and we would be sharing it with an ally. Hopefully we've helped an ally out here by doing this. Whew. What a campaign this is. What a campaign, my friends. It really has been fantastic. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. We shall be taking this fight next episode, and just to prove that is what we're going to be doing next episode, is taking the fight. As you can see, they've taken quite a beating here. These are not in the best shape at all. In fact, I don't think they've got a brand new regiment in them here. So the odds are in our favour, and we intend to take those odds and use them against the Marathons here. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here. I'd like to take this time to say thank you so much, my friends, for all your wonderful support, your fantastic proposals and plans. The only reason we are here doing this is because of you, my friends. It really, really is, and it's been absolutely fantastic. So once again, I'd like to thank all of you, and as once again, please keep those comments coming down below. Keep those proposals, your plans, your advice, everything you can, everything, my friends. Get it down there, whether it's big, small, whatever you want to put it down there. Do not be afraid to put your comments down, even if you've been watching, you know, the campaigns for a long time, and do not be afraid to comment. Whatever it is, do not be afraid to comment, my friends. Everybody's welcome here, and everybody's comments will be welcome here at all times. But my friends, I'm going to end this episode here, and next episode will be the pivotal moment in this campaign up to now, and that is the Battle for Mysore. But until then, my friends, bye for now.